Awesome. Thank you for that. That was very helpful. Okay, so I'm gonna message my client now, let her know that we're up. I just want to make sure that we got all the technical difficulties out of the way. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, I'm gonna give her a call as soon as she tells me that she is ready to go. Yeah, and then we'll dive into the success story. This is going to be really exciting. She's going to do a review of what she thinks about my coaching. She's also going to dive into her experience as far as working with me and working on her self-concept and her specific person. And she was also trying to manifest a new job. So yeah, she's going to dive into all of that as soon as I get the okay. And it's going to be exciting. Okay, she's ready, guys. Are you ready? Let's make sure that we got the chat up, ready to go. Yep. All right, guys. All right, so if you got any questions, please ask them. She's willing to answer them. So let's give her a call. Then let me know if you can hear correctly. Hear okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. All right. So we are on live right now.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that everyone can hear you. Okay. But yeah, everything. No trouble getting on. No nothing. I'm happy about that.
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you for being on. This is going to be exciting, and I think a lot of people are going to get a lot out of it. All right, so everyone can hear her, correct? Alrighty. Let me know. All right. So, if you want to begin just by explaining where you were prior to us working together, a little bit of background, like maybe how long you've been manifesting, what you're manifesting, how you were feeling. We can start there and then work our way up to, the big juicy stuff in your story.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so the beginning of my story was I was married for 18 years, and it was a very verbal, abusive marriage. I got out of that marriage, and because of my low self-concept, which of course I didn't know any of that back then, I attracted a man that had narcissistic traits and did not treat me very well. Been in that relationship on and off for 16 years. It was hot and cold, and we're going to get married, we're not going to get married. It was a lot of third parties, and I finally got to the point where, what am I doing in my life? And I started manifesting and going through different coaches and looking at different aspects, and came across Laon and just immediately loved everything about her. And I've only been working with her for a week, believe it or not, just a week. And within that week, my self-concept did a turnaround that is absolutely unbelievable. I'm not going to tell you it was easy doing the self-concept, because I didn't believe a lot of it. A lot of it was I wasn't chosen, I wasn't worthy. A lot of hurt from the third parties, things like that, which, it was hard. But she talked me through everything. She's great. She explained everything, and she was even a little tough at me at times, because I'd say the same story because I want her to tell me something different, because I wanted to stick in my old story, and she's like, nope, new story. But what I did do is I did do no contact, and that was hard. But within that no contact, within that week, and I had not seen this man in 8 months. He would call, there'd be a third party, then he would disappear. Then he would call, and then he would disappear. Well, within 1 week, he called out of the blue, totally changed his whole tone, and asked to see me after 8 months.
Yeah.
So, Lane, if you want to pick it up from there.
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, that kind of goes to show you how fast a change can happen just by working on self-concept. And, a lot of people are scared to do no contact because, I mean, you're trying to manifest them. So what you want is actually more contact. But the reason why I suggested no contact is because when you take the time to focus on yourself, what ends up happening is, for one, they want you more because now you're pulling away and you're putting that focus on you. You're putting your energy on you. And whenever you put focus on something, then that focus is what draws in your manifestation. So if we focus on being separated and no contact and a third party, then that's exactly what's going to keep manifesting. But if we focus on ourselves and our self-worth and our love for ourselves, then that's going to be reflected back to where your specific person is reaching out to you and wanting to spend time with you and see you. So that's why, again, no contact can be scary, but it is extremely beneficial because throughout that process, did you get triggered at all by him when you did no contact? It was a lot easier to work on your self-concept, correct?
It was much easier, and I did not do any affirmations for him at all. It was all about me and being chosen and my worthiness, and it was all self-concept just for me. I didn't do one affirmation for him.
Okay, all right. And then, on a scale of 1 to 10, we did rate like where you were in the beginning when we first talked, and then where we ended up. Do you want to explain like where you were, mentally and emotionally?
I think it was around a 3. It was pretty low. And then within that week, and the affirmations that you gave me, and I did the work. It is work, though. You have to do the work. Mm-hmm. And our last call that we did, I think was yesterday, it was about an 8.
An 8.
So it improved tremendously.
Yeah, from a 3 to an 8. Oh, my God.
And even today, and you don't even know this because I didn't talk to you today. Even today, he said he wanted to see me. He called today. We had great conversations. And then, he said something that normally would have triggered me, and I would have sent you a text and this and that. And I totally was like, that doesn't even bother me because that's not my story anymore. I don't live there. That's not my reality. And, and I just let it go. It didn't bother me. And with a matter of, it was maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, he texts me and says, hey, I just want to let you know, I think I came off the wrong way. I didn't want you to think it was rude. I didn't mean it that way. But if I would have gotten triggered and would have reacted like I did all those other years, it would have been the same story. But I'm not living there anymore.
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I love to hear. When you work on the self-concept, you'll find that those old triggers don't trigger you anymore. And when you aren't triggered by it and having an emotional reaction or taking things personally, then it changes things instantly. Because now you have told your brain, this is the direction I want to go. I don't care what my 3D shows me. I know my truth. And it changes. You literally quantum shift in that moment. Awesome. I love that. I love it.
And then the other thing I'm starting now is what you have taught me. What I have to do now is I have to change the story of him. I have to see him in a new way, not the same way that I have for all these years. Mm-hmm. And so that's my next journey.
Okay. All right. I love it. Okay. So if you want to explain a little bit, you're getting so much movement with him reaching out, what was it, 8 months with him? Not really.
8 months. I haven't seen him in 8 months.
Yeah. And now he wants to reach out. If you want to dive into...
And so everybody knows, we live 7 hours apart. We're not in the same town or anything. So it's 7 hours. We live in 2 different states.
Okay, so that would be a circumstance, right? Because a long-distance relationship, it'd be hard to travel and see each other on top of, the inconsistencies that he was having. And he's reaching out to you to hang out. I love it. I just love how easy this is. Mm-hmm. Well, I can't say easy, but once it clicks, how easy it is.
When it clicks, right. It was difficult, and I don't want people to get discouraged when they're doing their affirmations or they're changing their self-concept and they're focusing inward. sometimes you just don't believe it. Like I would do mirror work, and then I would do visualization like you had taught me. That helped me a lot, just to see myself in a different light, to see myself, did I believe it right away? No, I did not. But it was just it just clicked. It just changed everything.
Yeah, awesome. So if you want to go into like the visualizations, with the quantum jump exercise, if you want to give that like a rating and what you thought about that.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. Of when I would see myself in a new version. I'd see myself happy. I'd see myself in the committed relationship I want. All of that, and then I would totally take that vision kind of thing, and then in your exercise, how you jump then into the pool and you see yourself jump, and then when I come out, I'm in this new reality, and what I did in my mind, I would look back and I'm like, oh, look at the old one's still over there. I don't want that version of her or him anymore. I left them up there. But the thing that helped me the most was the brain flip.
Okay.
That was really, really good also. For me, at the situation that I was in, when I would get those thoughts, those negative thoughts, those old story, third parties, being left, all of the hurt, if I would flip it, and you taught me how to flip it, but flip it instantly, that helped me a lot. And then I was able to do the quantum jump kind of thing after I would flip it in my brain.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, the mind switch exercise is extremely powerful. I love it. It definitely helped me when I was at a low point. And my clients love it. So, I mean, shoot, it literally, it's just discipline, right? That's all it takes.
It is. It is. And that was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, that was like a 20. That was great.
Okay.
I mean, the other one is awesome too, but I had to get to that point where I was flipping those thoughts first, and and it's an all day thing. It's not just you don't do it one time in the morning. It's all day, because that old story was creeping up all day, and you have to remember it's 16 years of trauma it was. So flipping that and becoming this new version of me, it's been awesome.
Okay, all right. And then obviously you had doubt, you had resistance, correct?
I did.
Okay. But you were able to work yourself through it, and you had good days and bad days?
Yeah, I had that one really bad day that you walked me through, probably like 17 texts. Yeah, it was a bad day. It was 3D was showing up. I'm very close to his family, so they would come in with negative things about him. The family loves me, and they felt that they were helping me, but they were telling me of all the old stories that I did not want to hear. So that was a bad day. That was a day that I really had to push through and just work myself through it.
Okay, all right, and just doing that brain switch exercise helped through that, and then I walked you through a meditation, correct?
Yes, a meditation. That's what I was going to say next. That helped quite a bit. Matter of fact, I had to do that 2 or 3 times.
Okay. All right. Yeah, with coaching, I definitely try to, in the moment, think of what I would need, and just doing a meditation with your hand on your heart and just speaking to yourself and calming yourself down. That is the most soothing thing that I have found, and that works really well with my clients. So I'm so happy that you like that.
Yes, yes, I did.
All right.
Very, very good. And your style of coaching is just, you're sympathetic. You know what people are going through. It's not just like the coach says, okay, here's 7 affirmations, do this, and that's it. I mean, you actually care. You listen. You listen to my old story, 1,001 times, and it was great. I cannot thank you enough for what you've done for me in just the short time.
Yeah, no, I loved it, because not only do, I get to help, but it's to see you transform in such a short period of time. That's the most fulfilling thing on my end. And that's why I love what I do, and I really do put a lot of thought and care into it, which is why I think people get the results.
It really does show.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And then let's see if there's any questions. Okay. Hold on. We got to refresh here. This is my first live on YouTube, so I'm still learning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess the next question that I would have for you is maybe something more like give some inspiration to others of maybe if they're on the fence about coaching, or maybe if they're not sure, what would be the best move for them. If you want to explain like why you chose me and why you chose the package that you chose.
Yeah, well, I listened to some of your on YouTube, and then I got into Techno. I really love the way you coached. I like what you had to say. It was just, I just connected with you. I just, it wasn't somewhat like these other coaches, will yell at you or scream at you, or some of them would be like, and I'm not downing any other coach by any means, $500 for this package or $700 for that package. And on top of everything else, I might as well tell the rest of my story. Right before I started coaching with you, I lost my job after 7 years with a company. They did budget cuts, and my position was one of the ones that was cut. So I think for me personally, I like the package I chose, which is texting. I got to tell you my story, and then you are so available. It's not like you give your money to a coach, you tell your story, they give you 6 affirmations, and then you're on your merry way. It's not like that with Lane. She's there. I text her constantly, and she responds quick. I don't mean, 8, 9 hours later. If she's not with a client or whatever, she's on it within an hour. So it was so good for me as far as support when I would spiral or I'd be upset, and she was right there. And I would recommend it to anybody. And the price, it's like if you went out to dinner and had 2 glasses of wine. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing, and it's so beneficial for everybody who does it. And I know I've got my friend. She's coaching with you now, and she absolutely loves it, and she's getting huge movement with her SP. Huge.
Yeah, she's coming on, I think, later on in the week. We're trying to set that up.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. Yep. Because she's getting some really good movement.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm. And then, so with your job, you had a few different opportunities, job interviews and stuff. What direction did that end up going?
Appointment tomorrow at 11 o'clock with a company that's interested in actually buying the company that just sold out with the budget cuts and bringing me back on, but with a new company. So that was pretty interesting.
Okay.
That was out of the blue. I didn't expect that. And that's tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So I don't have any doubt that I'll have a job very soon.
Awesome. And then because I know you had certain desires for this job and wanted certain things out of it. Does it meet those requirements?
It does. It's it's still going to be remote. The salary is very, very well. So yeah, it's everything that I wanted.
I love it, and it came directly to you. You didn't go out searching for it.
No. This one was totally from left field. I never expected that. The company, I didn't even realize. I knew they did budget cuts and they let everybody go, but I didn't realize the company that bought them reached out to me to come back and be a director.
Oh man. So,
isn't that cool? I don't know. I didn't tell you that one because that just happened a couple hours ago.
Oh my God. So many good things so far. Oh man. Awesome. So job taken care of in a week. Your specific person reaching back out to you and wanting to see you after 8 months and several hours away from each other.
I do want to tell everybody, and this is just me personally, and if this helps anybody, back to the SP, I had him on a pedestal for years. I mean, just for years. And I just did everything in the world for him. And when, all these things happened with third parties and things like that, I would be devastated. I love him. I've always loved him. But I can honestly say that just within a week, I mean, it just literally clicked in my brain. I know that I know that I know that I am worthy. I am deserving of a committed, loving relationship. And I would love, if this comes in, that's fine. But if not, I'm okay. I am so in love with myself for the first time in my life after abusive marriage that I can honestly say I love myself. And if not, I know there's an SP that's waiting, that's absolutely perfect in everything that I deserve.
Yes, that is
the first
awesome.
time in my life.
Yes, that is awesome. In a freaking week. Oh my God, this is beautiful.
And I was manifesting before. I had some other coaches before that, and I've been doing this on and off for, with him, I'd say 2 years on and off. Hot, cold, affirmations, do this, don't do that. You created this, you did this. But nobody ever explained to me until it was you that, yes, I had him in my life. I didn't create him like this, but I attracted him because of my low self-concept. Mm-hmm. And nobody ever explained that except you did. And then it clicked. It's like, oh, that's how I attracted these things. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't feel worthy. I didn't feel chosen. I beat myself up all the time.
Wow. I love it. This is a better success story than I thought.
That helps somebody on there. I really do.
Yeah. No, I definitely think it's going to. If you guys got any questions, please put them in the chat, and I'm sure she'd be willing to answer them.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. All right. So we'll wait, see if there's some questions. But, I mean, your story, it's actually juicier than I thought it was going to be because you got all these new updates.
Yeah, because I didn't get to tell you the other things. I figured I would just wait till I came on so I could surprise you.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I love these kind of surprises. That is great. I love it. So as far as... if you were to explain to somebody the ups and downs, the ins and outs, kind of motivate them to not give up, what would be like your last words to somebody that's been struggling for a long time, or not seeing movement? What would, in this process, what did you learn that could help them?
Yeah, what I learned during it, because I was in that process, I would see movement and the hot and cold, and then I wouldn't see movement, and then I'd watch the 3D. So what I did, which was I would say my affirmations, and then I would look at the 3D. Or then I'd see the 3D, something I didn't want, or a picture that was posted, and then I'd go say my affirmation. I couldn't understand why this wasn't working. So then when you taught me to do the no contact and focus totally on myself, that's what I would tell everybody to do. Focus totally on the self-concept for themselves first. And put themselves on that pedestal, and everything else just falls right into place.
All right. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, that does make a lot of sense because, again, where your focus goes is where everything, manifests. So when you're focusing on, right, well, where is it? Let me look out the window. Let me see if it's here yet. You're going to create more waiting and impatience and wanting it to happen, and it's not going to happen. So, again, you place all the focus on you, then you get the results that you're looking for.
Yep, and the other thing is I had to stay busy because I wasn't busy before, even though I was, had a full-time job and things like that. My mind would cut me, like, looking at my phone. Is he calling? Is he texting? Is he online? Is he not online? And all my focus was always on him. Mm-hmm. And then when I took that off, and just in that moment of time, just in 1 week, he reached out and said, I really think we need to see each other. I'll come by you. You can come here. I'll send you a ticket, whatever. I just really think we need to start hanging out again, and I need to see you.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love how quick it happened, too. You definitely deserve it.
I am not going to lie. That sort of floored me. I didn't expect it that quick.
I kind of knew, but, it's all on exactly what you said, you putting in the work. If you didn't apply what I was trying to show you and teach you, then it wouldn't have happened. If you had a lot of resistance to pretty much being in your own way and not applying it and just listening to me, then you wouldn't have gotten the movement. But you actually did what you needed to do. You were disciplined. You put your head down, went to work, and just trusted in me to then trust in the process.
Even though I try to get you to sway the other way about the no contact, when I would text you, I'm like, but he texted me. He said that. No, don't respond. No contact. No, that's not the version you wanted.
You know, my little butt kickings are, they're good. They're needed. And it's just, oh man, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, just staying disciplined. I had to be disciplined with you guys. So, all right, let's see. All right, I'm not seeing any questions from anybody. I don't think we have that many people in the chat. No. There's a couple. But nobody's asking any questions. So unless you have any final words of advice, we can get you on your way.
No, I think we covered it all. You are a great coach. I would recommend anybody
to go with you. I mean, just from the movement that I've gotten in the week, and you know the work that you had me do, and the results, it's been absolutely amazing.
All right, awesome.
I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome, but thank you for for one, choosing me, and two, applying it. That is the most important thing, because I just guide. You do all the hard work. All right, so if you need anything, meanwhile, you can send me a message.
Yeah, I will. Thank you very much.
All right, have a good night. Bye.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
What do you guys think of that? You guys like that? I know sometimes on the phone it seemed a little hard to hear. I don't know if you guys were able to hear everything completely clear. I hope that you could. I think it's something Wi-Fi, whatever. But that story, oh my God. Some of it, she didn't even tell me yet. She got the job, okay, done, over, happening. The specific person is reaching out to her and wanting to hang out with her after 8 months. 8 months of not wanting to see her. And then a solid 8 self-concept from a 3. She felt like in the beginning a 3, and now she's at an 8 and can actually say she knows what self-love is. To actually be in love with herself. How freaking amazing. In less than a week. Her package ended yesterday. That was a week. That big of changes happened. Guys, telling you. Self-concept is key to a lot of people's problems, and it's not talked about enough. And you can get the movement quickly. If you need help with, having the support or being having somebody to be accountable for you, then do coaching, or I have the guide. That way you can identify your limiting beliefs, because that's what I did. I went through her story, identified her limiting beliefs around her self-concept, and then at the end we did her limiting beliefs around him, flipped them, and then I gave her specific affirmations, gave her a specific routine that fit best for her. Everybody's different, so got one together for her. Did certain meditations that she needed in the moment if she was spiraling. She did the quantum jump exercise visualization that I gave her. And when you put your head down and you do the work and you know what you're doing and you're trusting in the person that is coaching you, it gets you results. It does. I love it. Well, guys, thank you for being here. I know there wasn't many of you, but I still appreciate each and every one of you that was here to listen to the success story. I am so proud of my client. So proud, because I know what she went through. I've heard the story. I know, the bad days. I was there throughout the entire thing with her for that week, and it's just to know how far she's come. I am so proud of her, guys. I love it. Hope that you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm stoked, guys. This is awesome. If you want help, I do have the website, soulutionscoaching.org. It should be in the Dropbox below. If not, it's on my channel. But yeah, you can do coaching, you can do the guide. I have different packages and sales going right now. So if you want to go check that out, I truly appreciate it. I do also have videos on TikTok if you haven't subscribed over there. I have different content over there, but I think that that's it. Oh my God, this was, in my opinion, a really good live. My first live, success story. Come on. Come on, you can't beat it. All right, guys. Have a good night, and as always, you got this.